Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Grind. Today I'm joined by Josh Fremd, who's got a huge fight against Rodrigues coming up. Also coming off 3 straight first-round knockouts, which we'll get to in a minute. But man, how are you feeling? Are you ready to rock and roll in a couple weeks here?
Oh, dude, I'm feeling great right now. Just finished up a great week of training. I feel awesome. I'm in great shape. I have no injuries. My weight is super low. I'm very excited going into this one.
Nice, man. Yeah, you do. I mean, dude, your last 3 you look insane. So I want to talk about that. You're coming off 3 straight first-round knockouts again, and you after your last fight, Bruno Oliveira. Were you surprised at all that you didn't get a call or any sort of thing, or was this kind of planned beforehand that you were going to have this title fight next?
We kept the title fight in our back pocket, in case we didn't get called or anything. But yeah, I'm a little surprised I didn't. Teeny bit annoyed. Not even. I know that I'm like short notice if anyone falls out type of guy right now. But yeah, nothing set in stone. So I take that a little personally. So this will be hopefully this next fight I can make another statement, and then there's nothing else they can tell me.
Of course. Are you ever surprised by how easily you're able to put away guys, man? I mean, it looks so easy. Like you land one hook that doesn't even really look like, all due respect, doesn't even look like you're putting everything on it. You just touch someone and they go away.
It has been kind of interesting. I train really hard, and I've taken this very seriously in the last couple years. And yeah, all 3 of my knockouts, the one that landed that put him away wasn't necessarily thrown the hardest. I remember my first one with LFA, the knee. I don't particularly remember throwing that very hard. It was on the right place with the right amount of force. Same with the second one. It was just mid combination that, it was flowing and it hit. And then the last one with Bruno, yeah, I mean, I didn't throw that one super hard. I just get out of the way almost, but where I put it, it just was the right spot. So yeah, I mean, it's been interesting, but it's also exciting to know that, like, all right, well, if I can do that when I'm not trying, I wonder, how's it go if I'm on it.
Right. So was there any, obviously Oliveira we'll get to your upcoming fight in a second. I just want to kind of get, this last one, but because it was a huge victory, was there any added pressure or nerves that, he's a guy who, obviously, yeah, he went on the Contender Series, got finished, but was there any extra pressure? Because he is a very high caliber opponent.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first LFA main event. And yeah, there was nerves. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh yeah, it was nothing. No, I was really nervous, and I had my coach talk me down, the night or just calm myself down, and it was all this adrenaline, and then once I got in there, and once I hit him, he hit me, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I do this every day. This is nothing new. There's just we're not wearing a shirt. There's people here, but like nothing's actually different. So like I was able to get those emotions out of the way, but yeah, there was nerves for sure.
Yeah. And I saw today on your kind of switching gears, but I saw today on your Instagram, you got fan mail from the UK.
Yeah, I did.
How does that feel, man? Like that's gotta be an interesting thing,
That was really interesting. My buddy came in, I was in the locker room changing, and he just came in, he was like, hey, threw it to me, and I was like, what's this? And he was like, your first fan mail. And I was like, oh, cool. It was a cool little note. Some dude from the UK sent me trading cards and a picture he wants me to sign, and the letter was really cool. Seemed very genuine, Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice, man. That's gotta be, I mean, kind of like a, hey, you're doing something right kind of thing, like getting fan mail from other countries.
I put a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice into this, so yeah, I mean, if that's the only one I ever get, that's gonna mean a lot to me.
Of course, man. So getting back to your upcoming fight here, you've got Gregory Rodrigues, who is, I would argue, more well-rounded than Bruno Oliveira. Obviously, maybe not as dangerous, but more well-rounded. Does training for him and preparing for him, what are the differences in that between the Oliveira fight?
I would definitely say he's definitely more well-rounded than Bruno. I would say he is equal to or even more dangerous than Bruno because Bruno wasn't really ever going to get me onto the ground. Um, with Gregory, there's an added fear there with he's a black belt world champion. He has all these accolades in jiu-jitsu. So yeah, I mean, the training doesn't really differ. I train jiu-jitsu every single day. I train MMA every day. I'm at this thing 7 days a week most times, and I'm prepared for that. I just need to get in there and I need to perform the way I know I can perform. There's always a level of fear when it comes to fighting. You never know. These are small gloves. Things are crazy, and it could go either way. But all I can worry about is what I'm doing and what I'm gonna show. So if I go in there and I perform and I give 100% effort, then I think the outcome's gonna show itself.
And what is the ideal outcome for you then? Obviously we see guys, that most people want to get that first round knockout, but sometimes guys like to get all 3-5 rounds, like all the fight time that they can. Is that something you want to do, or are you looking to get in and get out?
No, man. I mean, I've pictured this fight. I still picture it many different ways every day. I think of a new scenario of how it could go. Obviously, the one that I want is a first round brutal knockout, so I can just
Stamp.
like 4 in a row, 4 first round brutal knockouts. No one's done that in LFA before, so give me my contract. But if that I'm prepared to go 5 rounds. I'm prepared to go 25 minutes. I'm prepared to finish him in the third, second, fourth. I'm going to go out there, and the only way he's going to beat me is if he puts me out cold, whether it's choking me out or knocking me out, because I'm not quitting.
So you said earlier you're on call, like you're a short notice guy, like you would be willing to do that. Even after, by some insane chance that you don't get a call right away after this fight, of course, granted you get a victory. Are you a short, like you're ready to rock and roll, like 1 week, a couple days, like you're ready to rock at any time for?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not that I never took it this serious. It's just, now that I'm surrounded with people who take this as seriously as I've always wanted to, I'm gonna be ready. Like, yeah, granted I win, I get out of there clean, no injuries, maybe a few bumps. Yeah, I'm gonna be ready. I'll be back in the gym ASAP. My girl's gonna be mad at me because she wants to take a vacation. These plans they're not gonna stop. Time's not gonna stop, and every day we're running out of time to do these things. So yeah, I'm gonna be ready.
Right. And the UFC, it feels like, I want to get your kind of thoughts on this as we wrap up here soon. I want to get your thoughts on the UFC is very heavy, especially on Contender Series, about granting reward to those who get finishes, and they have right to do that. It makes sense. But do you think it's kind of unfair in some instances when guys like traditionally Usman or like Khabib's, who are very, very wrestle heavy, do you think it's fair that the UFC rewards that over guys who just get finishes?
Uh, I wouldn't say it's fair or unfair. There's so many great wrestlers out there, so many great strikers out there, and it does come down to catching the eye of the viewer. Like you can be the best wrestler, but if you're not dominating someone the way Khabib is or the way Usman is, and you're just laying and praying and you're not really damaging someone, yeah, that's a little annoying. But hey, I'm not the one who gives out the contract, so.
Of course. Yeah. All right. So Josh, my man, as we wrap up here, where do you see yourself 1 year from now, 1 year from today? Where do you see yourself?
1 year from today, I see myself signed to the UFC with at least hopefully 2 fights under my belt under the UFC banner.
1 year from today. So 1 year from today, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. 1 year from today, UFC and 2 victories, hopefully, in the UFC, man. All right, Josh. Hey, thank you for taking the time, dude. We wish you the best in your upcoming fight. Obviously, want to see you succeed. Your stock is through the roof, and can't wait to see what the future holds for you, man.
I really appreciate that, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing because I follow your page religiously.
Hey, really? Hey, thank you, man. Hey, that means a lot. That means a lot. All right, hey, have a good one, bro. Wish you the best.
You too.